Welcome into the Saturday Night Snap Count brought to you by the Fanatic Sports Network. I'm your host, the Stat Guy. We come in with you with all today's college football action, and we'll be with you right after this intro.
No, I got you on this one, Coach. It ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The Fanatic. Where we keep it 100, keep it real. That's the only way we know how to be. Talking that sports talk. You know what I'm saying? Straight out of South Carolina. Upstate, A64. Yeah. The FANATTIC. The Fanatic, where we keep it OG. We talking sports, so I call.
Welcome in, Fanatics. Welcome to another episode of the Saturday Night Snap Count. Again, I'm the Stat Guy, filling in for Coach I. He's on his way back from Athens. Did a live show down there with the Respect the Hedges crew. We should be joined by some guests here momentarily. We're here to bring you all today's college football action. We're going to start off with the games that are still going on. Obviously, the Colorado State, Colorado. We got Georgia and Kentucky doing it out. And then down in Atlanta, Georgia State just scored a touchdown with 15 seconds to go to jump back up on top of Vandy. It's been a great day of college football. Marge Jam, thanks for tuning in, buddy. I see you with the horns down. Hey, them horns are looking good, though. I know Quinn Ewers went out. I'm sure we'll talk about that once we get some guests in here and get rolling a bit later tonight. But obviously, Quinn Ewers went down with the injury today. Arch Manning came in and did what we thought Arch Manning could do. But we'll get rolling. We're going to get started tonight. Going to talk about Colorado State. Colorado State getting Colorado at the house for the first time since 1996. Big game for them. They've obviously been wanting this, especially after last year, blowing the 11-point lead in the fourth quarter to end up losing in double overtime. And quite frankly, just haven't had it tonight. When I started watching the Georgia game after the second half, at that point, midway through the third quarter, Colorado had yet to give up a sack in the football game. The offensive line's been playing a lot better. The running back room has been doing a lot better. They've been able to move the ball and control the ball on the ground, which is, I know, something we've all been talking about that Colorado has struggled with, which has allowed people to kind of pin their ears back and come after Shedeur because they're not afraid of Colorado's ability to run the ball. Colorado's been doing much better in that regard tonight, though. Let me see if I can find us a current score of that game real quick. Anybody in the comments, what games are y'all currently watching? Colorado. Georgia's currently up 13-9 in the fourth quarter. Tennessee is currently rolling still 71-0 over Kent State. And that's in the fourth quarter. And it looks like that Colorado State-Colorado game has gone final now. Oh, no, that game's still in the fourth quarter as well. Colorado State just scored to make it 28-9. Colorado's handling them with ease. Just saying, we'll be with y'all momentarily. Nathan, how you doing tonight, buddy? What was your favorite game so far today? And again, Georgia struggling with Kentucky on the road after Kentucky looked horrible last week. Just haven't been able to get it going offensively. ETN went out for a little bit with a shoulder injury. He's back now, but it feels like they haven't been able to get it rolling offensively. But while we're waiting on people to jump in here, I'm going to get rolling on these games. First up, Memphis at Florida State. Obviously, Florida State coming in 0-2, Memphis 2-0. Florida State kind of needing a much needed victory to kind of get the ball rolling in the right direction. There's been talk about, is DJU the signal caller? There's been talk about, is Mike Norvell going to get fired? And I'll be honest, today did not help Mike Norvell, losing to his former team, the Memphis Tigers, 20-12. And to be honest, I was flipping between that and the South Carolina game, so I didn't get to see every play of that game. But honestly, FSU was just lucky they didn't get blown out of the building. Yeah, Stephen G. Coach I's good. He's on his way back from Athens. He had his live down there today with the Respect the Hedges crew. He's just running a little bit late. Yeah, I'm good, Stephen G. Man, sports are just sports, man. If I let the Gamecocks control my life, bro, I'd probably be off the bridge already. But yeah, man, that Memphis SFU game, it just felt like they wanted it more. Felt like FSU couldn't really ever get anything going. I know DJ had some nice passes and kind of moved the ball a little bit there in the second half, but that by that point they were kind of already out of it and had kind of already dug themselves into too big of a hole. Sports are brutal. Just to check, bro. You're my favorite. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yo, what's going on? What's going on, Sean?
Stat, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
What's going on, my guy?
Not much, not much. Just getting it rolling. We're gonna talk that had just started the Memphis SFU game. Obviously, I know y'all was still in the fourth quarter of a tight one.
Yeah. It's I'm sorry I'm on the road. I'm trying to get in. Yeah, sure, man. I get man, it be days like this, that what can I say, man?
Yeah, hey, that's the joy of college football season, right?
Any given Saturday, right?
Ish. Four quarters in a game, can't do all that matters is you finish with more points than the other team.
Yeah, Stat, you know what I always say, man. We just count the W's and the L's.
Nah, I feel that. Since you're driving, I don't know if you know, but Vandy just gave up a touchdown to Georgia State. They just went down 4 with like 15 seconds left. So it looks like they're gonna fall down in Atlanta.
Oh my god. I thought Vandy was gonna beat them like easily.
Yeah, I mean, 10.5 point favorite. And Vandy was down. They had outscored them before that last touchdown. They had outscored them by 15 in the fourth quarter to go up 3. They were down 12 heading into the fourth quarter.
Well, Stat, that goes to your point, man, to like you were just saying, basically any given Saturday, anybody can be beat. And it also lets you know that, that's the effect that the transfer portal is having on college football.
Oh no, for sure. For sure. And I wonder too, you would hope not with a school like Vandy, but I wonder if even a school like Vandy gets to read their press clippings. Normally they get up for that because that's a big win for them, beating a Sun Belt team, beating a group of 5 team. I wonder if they're reading their own press clippings and are like, oh, we're just gonna walk into Atlanta, get the W, not have to worry about anything.
So I'll tell you which, that guy, to your point. So think about this. Anytime a team like that when you beat a team that you don't expect to beat, guess what happened? You move the goalpost. Your expectations change.
Yeah, I can agree with that 100. You know, South Carolina fans were cool 5-7, maybe 6-6 heading into this year, and after beating Kentucky last week, they were looking at 10-2, and then you come out and fall on your face today, and now they're trying to walk the goalpost back.
And that was my point. So why not just leave the goalpost where it's at? That was an unexpected win. Now you're on a trajectory where you better than what you thought you would be. I mean,
Hmm.
better than you thought you would.
But that's a fans don't want more than they want to be like, oh, well, we knew this was coming all along. So I think that's the problem as fans when you're too invested and too involved. You want to be able to move the goalposts, good or bad. So the bad isn't as bad, and the good seems even better. But to me, it's like if you think you're a 500 team and you go 8-4, then you had a great season. But if you start moving the goalposts throughout the season, then you just go 8-4. Now you just are who you thought you were instead of getting to enjoy the highs.
Well, exactly. Exactly. I agree.
And then Stephen G gets on here and he says one word, overreact, and that's fans love to overreact.
Well, that's part, that's part of what we do as fans, hey, even and I won't even lie, even coaches do it. Cause you can see coaches come in the next game and play overly tight, maybe be more conservative with the play caller or even the personnel. I mean, it's just human nature. I won't just put it all on the fans, you know? It
Yeah,
happens.
yeah. No, I think it can happen inside the locker room as well, and definitely with coaches. I think with coaches too, you even see it within their interviews and press conferences. Just their speak and their language, they start answering questions a little bit different.
Totally. Stag out. I'm almost to the house, man. If I hit a pocket, I'll jump right back on. But I normally hit like a little dead spot. So if you lose me, I'll jump right back on.
No worries, no worries. And Nathan, I see your comment. Yeah, Notre Dame ended up handling Purdue today. They actually looked pretty good. Looks like they may have figured some things out. Obviously, they needed to, but Notre Dame looked a lot better today than they had the last 2 weeks offensively.
Yeah, and to that point, stat guy. I mean, I'm just saying, it's to play devil's advocate. It was Purdue.
It was Purdue. It was Purdue. But it was a 2-0 Purdue, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I'm sure Purdue hasn't played anybody in the early season, but end of the day, it's a win instead of a loss. And after that, again, to the moving goalpost point of it, I'm sure there were a lot of fans moving goalposts after getting beat at home by Northern Illinois last week.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right about that. Let me ask you this, stat guy. So the 5 spot is made for Notre Dame, right? It's basically made for Notre Dame. Them not being in
No,
it,
so
is that spot really made for them? Losing to
well,
Northern Illinois, do you still think they hold that spot?
oh no, definitely not. Because I think a one loss. I think if you have an undefeated SEC team and a one loss SEC team, the one loss SEC team will get in because the loss will be better. They're
I'm
going to
sorry,
be
I think I just hit that pocket stack.
yeah. No, you good. So Notre Dame, if Notre Dame was to get in, they couldn't be in the top four. They would have to be in that 5 through 12. So I mean, to at the beginning of the season, yeah, you had to think that it was crystal clear that the 5 spot was made for Notre Dame. But at this point in time, Notre Dame's going to be fighting like heck just to get in the playoffs. And I see your comment, Nathan, asking about Northern Illinois. I'm pulling their score up right now to let you know what they did today. And Northern Illinois has actually had a bye week today, which is probably super helpful for them to kind of rebalance themselves coming off that upset win last week.
Stat, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Well, my bad. Where we at?
So we had a comment asking if Northern Illinois won today, and they actually had a bye week today, which I think was huge for them coming off that upset tonight, trying to be able to refocus themselves.
Right. Give them a chance to kind of reset, get their equilibrium together, as opposed to riding on that high, and having high expectations. I agree with you.
Yeah, having that extra week, maybe you can enjoy that victory an extra day or two longer, whatever the case. Because coaches will say all the time, "Oh, we're gonna flush it and get back to work on Monday." But man, we're talking about 18 to 22-year-olds. There ain't no flushing something like that. That's a once in a lifetime thing.
Yeah, that was much needed. Much needed. I agree with you 100%. Who they got on the looking at the schedule? Who they got next?
They got Buffalo for their first conference game next week.
Oh, okay. So the first game of the conference, yeah.
And then the following week, September 28th, they go to Raleigh and play at NC State.
But Stat, let me ask you this though: with that particular win outside of the conference, are you now should be considered conference favorites?
Yeah, I mean, they were probably it's Northern Illinois has always had a pretty decent football team. They ran the table. Man, it might have been like 2010 or 2011, about 10 years ago or so. They ran the table and went undefeated. They've always done pretty well in the MAC. So what that win does for you though is it now bolsters you to where you can get in over a Tulane, you can get in over a Memphis, you can get in over a Liberty if both teams go undefeated.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm gonna tell you which that guy. Boy, God, I'm watching this game. I'm sorry, I'm trying to halfway watch this game. Oh my, we just playing so bad. Jeez.
Is it still 13 to 12?
Yes.
What do you think's been the biggest issue for y'all?
Wow, Stat, man, give me some time to decompress. No, seriously. Yeah. I mean, it's tough to say, man. I think it could be a combination of where, well, you come into a week preparing for a team that you may think you want to be somewhat vanilla and you don't want to do too much, right? And that team comes out and play a little bit better, and now you have to almost flip a switch and start opening more things up. And I kind of think that, just keep it in a nutshell. I think that what's happened. And sometimes when you flip the switch, that other team may already have too much confidence.
Yeah, and then sometimes you flip that light switch and the light just flickers and doesn't actually come on.
Right, that hard too.
It's hard, man. We were I know that Coach was telling you the other night when y'all were doing y'all's picks, it's hard to play somebody that you think you're that much better than. I know with me and him coaching high school basketball, like we would be in games against some sorry teams because the atmosphere isn't what we're used to. And Kentucky's had a great atmosphere tonight, so it's nothing like that. But it's almost like they've been trying to be too vanilla. Now their backs are against the rope, and now they're trying to fight out.
And then, well, yeah, catching, Kentucky, give them some credit too. They are coming off a game where, they were embarrassed. Let's just be honest. They were embarrassed.
Yeah, people questioning whether Mark Stoops wanted to be there or not, whether he was trying to be on his way out the door. I mean, questions like that could probably definitely fire a program up.
Yeah, I mean, then, like I was saying on another show, which was our show earlier, I mean, you are playing the number one team in the nation. What other motivation do you need?
Right.
But, I make no excuses. I mean, I give Kentucky credit. I mean, I make no excuses. I mean, the score is what it is, and we're not playing up to our potential. You know, it's been a long time since I've seen us play down to competition, but you know, things happen, man. But right now, I'm just focused on, you know, trying to pull this one out. And, you know, one thing I say about, you know, our staff is we one of the best staffs in the nation that make adjustment at halftime.
Right. Well, I tell you what. Then while you're finishing that up, I've had a bunch of comments telling me they feel sorry for me. So I will go ahead and dive into my South Carolina game and give you my thoughts on that. Let y'all know what I'm thinking, how I'm feeling. Man, I'll be honest. I want to put my fist through a wall when the touchdown got called back. Jason, what's going on, buddy?
What's up, my man? How you guys doing?
Doing good. How you doing tonight?
Good, good. What's up there, Shotty?
What's happening? What's happening, man?
What's up? What's up? You sitting on pins and needles right now, or what?
Nah, I really ain't never been worried. I'm just upset about the way it's gonna happen. I have no words about about the outcome.
Yeah, yeah. They look like they're gonna go pull it off, but I don't know, man. They haven't looked very good today. It's a little weird when South Carolina beat the brakes off their asses there last week.
Listen, Jackson, I think what you just said was being nice.
I knew that's what you were gonna say.
Their O-lines played better tonight. They ran the ball better tonight.
Yeah.
Jason, you just in time for my deep dive into this South Carolina game.
Man, I was feeling for you all. Oh, you could just feel that shit slipping away, Stat.
Slowly but
You could
surely.
just feel it slipping away.
I'll be honest. I wanted to put my fist through the wall when the second interception got called back. South Carolina fans as a whole were doing nothing but blaming the refs, which is fine. I'm not mad at them for doing that because there was some questionable yellow flags laying on the field. But my issue with the game, the interception Lenoir threw in the first half, it was
terrible.
It was third and 9. They just took a shot. We're in field goal range. Run the ball and take your 3. Right before the half, we're in field goal range. Run the ball with Rocket, who had been running good all day. Take the 3. And instead, they drop him back to pass. He gets sacked. Now he's hurt. And then in the second half, they put him back in. They put him back in the second half. Oh, he's hurt. So you know that he's not going to run the ball. So now they're running that zone read offense, and the D line can just crash down to Rocket because they're not worried about him. So play calling, I don't know. The play calling was questionable, but the SEC officiating got him one today. I'll tell you that.
I think it's just plain and simple. If Sellers don't get hurt, y'all win that game easily.
Yeah, I think so. I really do.
Yep. Welcome into the show, everybody. Glad you guys all followed over here. Stephen G, Adela, Kimberly K. Glad to see everybody again. Thank you, guys. Who else we got in here? Steve B, Stephen G, Comanche Sooner Legends. Man, we got the crew over here. Yeah. Hey, man. Yeah, I got to tell you, that first interception that they threw, that was stupid. He didn't. If you're going to go for the end zone there, throw it at the guy that's open because it wasn't him.
No, it was the post underneath.
What the hell was that? Yeah, I didn't get it.
And also on that play, he had Mazio Bennett on a little dig route across the middle for the first down.
He did,
but he went for the shot. I'm not mad at it.
Is he out for a while though? Because they didn't throw for shit after that.
Oh, I mean, we have Robbie Ashford as our quarterback. Who's he going to throw the ball to? Like,
well, he's not. Ashford is not quarterback.
I might be a better passer than Robbie Ashford.
That's what I'm saying. He's not a quarterback.
Yeah. No, they said both Lenoir and Beamer said he could have played today. But I watched him on that drive. He wasn't putting any weight on that foot, so I don't think so. I think they sit him for the Akron game. Then we have a bye week, and hopefully we have him back for Ole Miss.
Now, Stat Guy. So next week, I know you're going to see it. So when I don't have you in my top 10, is it fair enough to say y'all still haven't broken the ceiling?
Yeah. Yeah. As long as you have us 11th, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Hey, I tell you what, made me feel better and tell me if we would have beat LSU after we were up 17-0, you would have had us number 1.
Well, not number 1. I would have definitely had you in the top 10. You would have broken that ceiling.
Yeah, no, but I told y'all, man, being a South Carolina sports fan, this is what they'll do to you. Like, who could have imagined a better start going up 17-0? You're at home, and then it's like you said, Jay. It wasn't even like it was one thing. It just gradually the rock was going down the mountain, and you couldn't stop it. You saw it coming. You saw it coming from a mile away. How we were going to lose the game.
But Stat Guy, you guys were, I'm not, I'm just being honest with you. But you took a major loss.
That's a bad loss. Bad loss because they're not good. They're not good. LSU's not good.
What I'm just saying, if we're in a tough game like that and we lose a Carson Beck, we would be in trouble too.
True.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I think it's because I think the thing that makes it bad is because we beat ourselves with mistakes, right? You look at the blindside block or whatever they called. I don't know. I don't even know what they called it, but you look at a penalty like that. You look at the whole. I mean, we just did stuff to beat ourselves. 13 penalties for 123 yards is just unacceptable.
Odd Future just coming in telling lies and shit. Look at this. It said there's no quarterback controversy in Austin. You want to bet? You want to bet?
Arch looked good today.
He did. He did. They've been wanting his ass for 2 years now. He's coming.
What was the latest on Quinn Ewers' injury? Have they said anything?
An abdominal strain. That's probably 3 weeks. Anyway.
Is that enough time for Archie Manning to take over the position?
I think it was enough time to do it today. Whenever 2 out of 3 plays he scored touchdowns on, and one of them was like a 70-yard run. You ain't seen that out of Quinn once.
But I thought they also think about it, Jason, which is just, I'm not arguing. I'm just throwing this out there. But at the end of the day, some people are talking about at this point, yours is the favorite for the Heisman. Okay. And you're not even the best team potentially.
Right, but I mean, obviously not anymore after missing
Coach I's show, so I'm not gonna do it. But come on, bro.
After missing 3 weeks, though, it'll be a lot harder for that to be the case.
Brock just got smacked.
Yes, 2 times actually. That was back-to-back play.
Yeah, he just got boot slapped.
I mean, it's just amazing to me, man. It's hard for me not to get into this game, but it's just amazing to me that as bad as this kid looked last week, and he hasn't looked good today, and we're only up by 1 point.
Man, sometimes you just have those games, though. You know how it is.
Yeah, true. I always say to be a championship team, you're gonna have a close game.
You gotta go through some shit, right?
Yeah, you have a close game, a lucky game, and a game you should lose to win a national championship.
Well, that's what I've been saying about, people were talking about. We saw some improvements out of Jackson Arnold today. You saw him anticipating where the guy was going to be open, getting the ball out timely. He still had a couple of bad plays, threw a pick 6, and they let him back in the game. But here's what they're doing. They're winning with defense, and he stepped up and made some big plays when you needed him to make that big play, right? These are things that in the past, Oklahoma loses these games. In the past, they lose these games. They get in these, if they sputter on offense in any way, shape, or form, they're going to get beat. They're literally stepping up when they have to. And even the defense kind of leaked a little bit today. They were a little leaky at times, but they didn't really give up the big play much. And the quarterback was pretty good from Tulane. Pretty good player, man. And to me, hey, you have to, what you just said, you got to go through some of this shit, and it toughens you, it hardens you, it makes you ready to, to take care. And you, at some point, You have confidence in these moments. They're getting better from week to week. They are. And he still hasn't had his receivers back. They're going to get them over the next few weeks back, hopefully, and it should continue to improve. But you got to get better, and he has to be better. There's no two ways around it. But this is a team that's led by defense now, and that's the beauty of it for me, is I'm seeing that we don't have to go to 50 and score a bunch of damn points to win these games.
What was the final score?
34-19. Yeah, 34-19.
I actually took Tulane in the points, but I have to be the first one to say, hey, I thought it would be a much closer game. I thought Tulane. I was actually more impressed with what Oklahoma did as opposed to what Tulane couldn't do, because I thought it would be a much closer game. And like we say, this may be an instance where you guys are building and building and building and not just peaking out early. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then for me, Jason, first of all, congrats. Good teams win, great teams cover. So
they did cover this time around, so that was good.
They covered that. They covered that 13.5. I was wrong on that.
Me too.
I'll tell you what I was impressed with was Jackson Owens' decision making on running the ball in the red zone. And it was like there was no hesitation when he decided to go. He just went. He didn't think, okay, let me look downfield. And he's got the athleticism to do that. And I'm fine with that. Like, don't put yourself in a bad situation because you get caught in between. Either make a decision and go with it and give it everything you have within that decision, and we just live with the results. And he did that twice today, and it worked out great for y'all. And one of them turned into a touchdown.
So he had 2 touchdown runs. He had a 50-yard run as well. And these were in important times. The thing that I saw that I really liked is we saw him go out there and talk his pit, man. Just wanted to say congratulations to you guys on winning the backyard brawl, man. That was a good game. Good freaking football game. Way to kind of tough it out. It looks good. But look, I mean, we saw him getting the ball out and anticipating. They went 3 for 3 on their first 3 third downs. They ended up going, I think it was like 6 of 7 or 7 of 8 in the first half. They haven't been converting third downs in the first 2 weeks at all for shit. So that was a problem. And that was one of those things that you did see him make those good decisions. And whenever, the pick six, he shouldn't have thrown the ball. You got to eat that one. You just got to eat it. And it is what it is. But you kind of saw it getting shaky. And then when the defense isn't playing as great as they had the first couple of weeks, you were kind of waiting on them to make a play. And they did. But that was a third down run to that last touchdown he went in on too. And again, good decision making. He put his body in jeopardy there too to go and get that touchdown. So that was a big play. And those are the kind of plays that you do build off of, right? I mean, it's when you can tough it out and find a way to win, even when you're not at your best, then it gives you confidence. And that's the important thing about these things. I think that any team is going to go through some shit in order for you to, Shardy, you just said it. You got to get lucky in one. You got to gut some out. You got to have some close wins. You just got to get battle tested at some point. And I don't care when it comes. You're going to get battle tested, and they're going to get battle tested next week against Tennessee, man. There's no two ways around it. You've got a good quarterback coming in, but he's not going to have seen any of this stuff. They haven't been doing a bunch of blitzing or doing anything wild that Nico will have seen on film that he can exploit. I promise you that. They haven't, and they've been very vanilla. I think it's going to be a great game. They're going to be in every game because of this defense, and I love it.
Yeah, that was to speak on your third down conversion rate. Somebody put y'all converted 8 of 16, and that's against a Tulane team that stayed in the Kansas State game and even led that game late because they shut Kansas State down last week on third down. So it's not like y'all did this against somebody that can't stop people on third down. Y'all were converting third downs against a pretty good defense.
I got to take this dog out. I'll be right back, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, you good, Jason? Shorty, how much time's left in y'all's game?
It just went to commercial. I think it's like it's definitely under 2 minutes. I think for sure. It went to commercial. I went to do something myself.
I got you.
I think we ought to be able to kill it though. We just got a first down. So I think we should be able to kill it right here. I don't think it's gonna be nothing.
Run a couple plays, let them burn their timeouts.
Yeah, man. It's just the optics stat guy don't look good. You know, it's a win. You know, we count the W and L's at the end of the day, but the optics don't look good.
It's an SEC road win.
Yeah, yeah. I take it. I take it. We just, when you're talking about playing up to the standard and who you are and who, that's what it's just a whole bunch of things to nitpick at for sure.
Yeah, I got you, Mike. I see all y'all in there chatting. Appreciate y'all joining with us tonight. Appreciate the feedback on Oklahoma's performance. Yeah, you're right though. Like you, especially having that number one beside your team, beside your name, I think people expect something from it. They almost expect you to be perfect, and you can't have that good one, ugly one, bad one, or whatever.
Yeah, that is true, man. I mean, it's frustrating. I'm sorry, I'm trying to watch it. It's frustrating, man. It's like I feel like one of those play. When the players after a loss, and you have to go do the interview. It's like interview a player right after he lose.
Yeah,
so I'm liable to say anything. I'm trying to keep my cool.
There's no way. There is no way I could have got on a show at 4:00 today. No way.
Man. This is just so disappointing, man, on so many levels. And we still haven't got the victory yet. So I can't even be jeez. But yeah, man.
But I know Coach I said he didn't think y'all were gonna cover. I was expecting a little bit better performance than this.
I thought we would cover. Only reason I thought we wouldn't cover it was because I didn't realize there was supposed to be bad weather. It's 2 minutes left, stat guy. Second and 8.
Yeah, I got it back on now.
Right. And because I thought the weather was going to be bad, but the weather hasn't been bad. I don't even think the field is in poor condition. He was down. Come on, man. So it's just like everything it's like Newton's law, right? Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Ooh, he might have let that go early, right? But we recovered.
Y'all jumped on it. Honestly, it helps you if he did let it go because I think the guy gets you the first down if he recovers it.
Good point.
I mean, Kentucky does still have 2 timeouts, but it looked like I know Georgia jumped. Kirby's hot.
I know he is. So let me ask you this, Stat guy. So we was talking about Texas earlier, and I don't want to jump the gun. We do so many shows. But after watching Texas, granted they didn't play, a top 25 team or a maybe Power 4 team. Do you still have Georgia at number 1? After watching this?
They're gonna drop. I think they're going to drop. I think Alabama and Ohio State both jump them, and they probably fall to 3. But if it was my poll, I would have them at 1 because I think they're the best team in the country. And until they get beat, they just have that 1 beside their name.
Because that's what I'm going to say now. If we pull this off, it will be 42 regular season wins in a row.
Are you really gonna say that stupid shit like everybody else is saying?
What you talking about?
This record of 42 wins in a regular season. You guys have won 3 games in a row. Stop it.
Hold on. What? Say what now?
Stop it. Y'all have won 3 games in a row. Stop it.
What are you talking about, Jason? What you mean 3 games?
You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Oklahoma has the 47-game win streak. There wasn't no hiccups in between that shit or regular season. I don't want to hear about this new bullshit ass record.
It's not.
Nobody cares. Y'all have won 3 in a row, bro. You've won 3 in a row. You might win 4 tonight.
Nobody said nothing about a record. The record. Nobody said nothing about a record. And
Yeah,
the fact, and the
They won
fact,
3 in a row, brother. They won 3 in a row. That's all I'm gonna say.
42. If we win, this is 42 regular season games in a row. That's what I said. That's not a lie.
what, haven't lost an SEC game since 2019?
That's big. That part of it is big. The SEC not losing in the SEC
No,
is.
no, I'm
I
not.
care about that. I don't care at all about how many regular season games in a row you won.
What did I say was a lie?
No, I think, Jason, I think he was saying that, though, as far as, like, for drop, like, can you drop them when all they do is win in the regular season? No matter
Stat guy,
what it looks like.
did you hear what that man just said when I said that he came on like I said a lie? So I want him to.
Hey,
So I
because
want
you know
him,
why? Because this is the shit that's been being spread around on Twitter, acting like it means something. Like
Jason,
it's the same thing as what Oklahoma did, winning 47 straight.
But he
so you
wasn't.
nobody stat guy. Nobody said nothing about Oklahoma. Nobody said nothing about no record. I
I'm
want you to
telling you that it's been going around a lot, and it's pissed
me
off a lot of you guys. Hey, why are you yelling? Why are you yelling?
about what I said. No,
How's
you
your
let
motto?
correct about what I said.
Say again. Say that again.
Yep. I'm sorry. I've been on the show all day. I'm losing my voice. I said Wet was incorrect about what I said.
About winning 42 games in a row. You haven't
Regular
won 42 games in a row. You won 4 in a row if you win this one.
42 regular season games in a row. What is incorrect about that?
It doesn't matter. It's a non thing. This is like a made up damn who gives a shit number.
How is it made
Because
up?
y'all lost a game. You recently lost a game. You won 3 since.
I said regular season games, Jay. I
Who
specifically
gives a crap?
said.
That's what I'm trying to say. Who cares?
All I'm saying is don't do this on this show call. I get on you about the Oklahoma stuff. Now don't do this. I'm in the right mood.
Go after. Come on with it.
Don't do it.
Hey, listen.
Hey,
You
look,
know I ain't backing down from nobody or nothing. You already know.
Jason, we are 13-12 in the fourth quarter, messing around with Kentucky, man. Don't be acting like don't I did the wrong time, I'm in the wrong mood.
And this is why I'm doing it.
So Jason, to switch it up, what were your thoughts on some of the? Did you see the South Carolina game? Or
I did. I watched it all. Man, yeah.
What were your thoughts on some of the calls? The horse collar, the
there was a couple of calls that they didn't call. It felt like on the other side, but I do.
Y'all stay on the horse collar thing because I really had a question about that too. I thought you had to actually grab the shoulder pads for it to be a horse collar and not just a jersey.
I did too. And the crazy thing, they just changed it before this year. If you were inside the tackle box, horse collar didn't exist. They just changed it this year to where
really,
because
I think there was one that wasn't called, and it was probably because of that in the Oklahoma game today. Because there was definitely a horse collar, but they were in the tackle box.
Right. Yeah. Before this year, horse collar inside the tackle box. I wish we'd have had y'all's refs then. I mean,
yeah, we had the AAC refs, so they weren't great.
So
he sure is. They threw that flag with a vengeance. But
has hurt himself on a non-contact. Man, I hate Kentucky. Oh, I'm about to cuss on it. Come on, bro. Did you just separate your shoulder on non-contact?
Did he? Oh, shit. Who they got going in? Who's the guy? He looks like he's ready to go back in.
I think he took a knee to the helmet.
No,
he's going back in. He's going back in.
He went down on his shoulder. That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, there was that. They called a pass interference on Mazio. Woo! That was questionable, to say the least. But no, the big one, Jason. Do you think what were your thoughts on the blindside block? You think they should have thrown the flag there? Since he made you like the flag?
I think they should have thrown it, but man, but I don't know. I feel like they let this thing get away from them, and it didn't have a ton to do with the officiating as much as they had to do it. Now, I think that I didn't love the illegal players downfield on the 2-point conversion try that they converted. That would have helped, you know. But
well, you know, we got
you just saw it. You saw this coming though, man. When they let up that touchdown right before the half, you're like, oh shit, here they come.
After we had just after
up 17-0, and then all of a sudden it's a game now at the half.
Mhm.
Come on, man. They needed to step on their neck, and I didn't feel like they did it at the right time. You just kind of saw it coming, bro. And you had said it yourself earlier that they were probably going to get beat by 50. So it's just like,
well, I said that would be the most South Carolina thing ever, but I was wrong. The most South Carolina thing ever was what happened today to go.
Well,
up
it
7
sucks that Lenore's got hurt. I think that's what got you in the end. I think that's the biggest thing is because you were one-dimensional after that, and even though that's what told me that LSU really ain't that good because they knew you were one-dimensional, and they're still giving up chunk play after chunk play after chunk play.
I also really don't like with 11 seconds in a timeout. I really don't like running the ball and settling for the 48-yard field goal. I at least would have preferred Robbie Ashford running in, try to make a pass and take a shot. We were 30 yards from the end zone.
Throw it though, bro. He can't throw it. We saw that. They were one-dimensional.
He had one nice ball on that drive. Earlier in that drive, he had like over 27-yard pass. So,
yeah. Listen, it's a sucky way to go out, man. But I'll tell you this: LSU is not making me think much of them. I'll tell you that much. I mean, winning the game, good for you and all, but I mean, they caught a big break there because had Lenore's not gone down, they get beat. Period.
I agree. Brian Kelly might be in trouble.
I think Brian is in trouble. I think that it's clear that what's going on down there ain't really happening. They're not recruiting good. He's making excuses for the shit. You're at LSU making excuses for the shit. Get out of here. You know?
Oh, so talking about people in trouble, do we think Sunbelt Billy Napier is gone?
He gone.
I'm sticking to my gun. He get fired for the cocktail party.
Maybe then I said it to you guys this morning, man. I don't have a freaking clue why DJ Lagway won in that game. I know he threw 2 interceptions in the time they put him in there, but you were out there trying to have him go in there and make a comeback. Let the boy play.
Well, you know, that's what I said this morning. You can't put him in a bad situation and then blame him for it.
Oh, shit. It tells you how bad Billy is right now.
And then on the staying in the state of Florida, do we think Mike Norvell signed his death warrant?
I mean, we can blame it on DJU all y'all want to. The rest of that team ain't worth the shit either. You know?
Here's a question from the comments. What do y'all think about the new Pac-12, or as I like to call it, Pac State? All the teams with state in their last name. Hopefully they keep that up. That'd be cool.
That is not the Pac-12, man. That is a generic version of the Pac-12 is all that is. It's not even going to be a power conference.
Holy Bible.
Do you think they try to go and get Cal and Stanford back?
If Cal and Stanford were going to be a part of that, they would have stayed and let it all. They could have okayed that shit long before and never would. They wouldn't okay Fresno. They wouldn't okay San Diego State. None of these teams that they're bringing in. Cal and Stanford are not a part of this. I promise you that. They're not.
Why would they
travel?
Go? What are they offering them to come back? Like I'm saying, why would they go back?
Good question.
So the report I saw today was they think that they can get $15 million per team in the TV deal. Obviously
they're getting triple that in the ACC.
I think they're getting 31, so double, but still. The big thing is how much are they spending in travel expenses, traveling to the East Coast for not just football, for all your sports.
So you think? I'm not. Hold on. So you think travel expenses is what's going to be the decision maker?
No, it's going to be money.
They could.
I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid, but
they're Cal and Stanford are the ones that actually gave a shit about the whole academic side of things when they were talking all that craziness.
right.
They were the ones, and literally they're the ones, along with USC, that nixed the Big 12 teams being brought in, because they could have killed the Big 12 at any point. All they had to do was either merge it or like do something other than what they were doing, which was acting like academics mattered. And it amazes me, but I think they go Ivy League, but they are not going back to the Pac-12. That is not a real conference. It's not the Pac-12. They could call it that if they want to. That's not what that is. It's the Mountain West rebranded.
Yeah, I think they used the Pac-12 to try to sweeten the TV deal. But you're right. I mean,
Sure.
it'll never be a Power 5 conference again.
The TV deal sucked when they had Oregon and Washington still. They couldn't get a good deal. What are we even talking about? You know what I mean? It's like, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a best of the rest scenario, but I think it would be good if they could go and get Memphis, Tulane, and like all of the kind of better teams from Group of 5 and get them all in one conference. I think that would help things out. Because then you would kind of guarantee that you get that team in, because you would have kind of a better strength of schedule. You have a better chance of getting somebody in the top 25. I think that would increase the chances of beating out the MAC and Sun Belt and all of that.
Yeah. Trojan Fight. Back in the day, yes, that was Texas and the Longhorn Network and all that stuff, but not after Oklahoma and Texas were already going to the SEC and you guys just jumped ship to the Big Ten and knew that was coming. They had that opportunity right then to go get Kansas State, Tech, Oklahoma State, any of the bigger schools and brands that they wanted. They were going to go get them, and all those presidents said nope. That's when they started with that truck stop conference bullshit and all that other. It took George Kliavkoff and those bunch of clowns over there screwing everything up. I mean, if they'd have just got one thing right, the Big 12 dies instead. They fucked up so many things on their way out of that deal. That's why they're not there anymore. And I'm telling you now, when it came to Stanford, they were turning their nose up more than anybody, other than maybe Utah. But I even said back then that Utah they were going to be a Big 12 school, because there was no way in hell the Big 10 wanted them. No way in hell. And they still think that they're better than the Big 12. They're not. They were a freaking Mountain West school and a WAC school forever. They've been a freaking Power 5 program for 10 minutes, and they acted like it mattered, you know? Get out of here with that stuff.
And then Neilio, the Wazoo, going up to Seattle, beating their recently departed big brother in Washington. I
didn't even notice that.
Only the third time in 24 years that they've beaten Washington. Third time since 2000.
Good for them. Good for them, man. That's pretty cool. Did y'all see who was it? Who's that other game that I was looking at that I was like, what the hell? Hey, Mizzou should have lost today.
Missouri probably should have lost today.
They should have lost today.
End of the day, you get the W and you move on.
True.
But Boston College also showed a lot of fight to make that a game again in the fourth quarter when it looked like they were cooked.
They had it multiple times. Yep, they were okay. Georgia wins 13-12. They didn't cover.
Not at all. Not
at all.
Like, I don't even know what to say. Yeah.
What can you say? I mean, dude, it is what it is. But
yeah. But you know, and then where I be coming from, Jason. Like, and what you said is totally true. And you know, I just come from, you know, it's just like when you have a certain standard, you know what I'm saying? It's all like it's like having a coach's goggles on. Like if you're a coach, you got so much shit that just went like you just fire hot. It's so much that went wrong. As a fan, I get it.
Sure.
But I kind of see it almost from that coach's perspective. Like this just ain't what you want to see, because You know down the road you can't play like this against a good team, and Kentucky is not a good team.
But except getting scared like this though, and being able to come through it like that, I mean, it should wake you up a little bit. You would hope, right? But yeah, I think it's not a great sign. It's not, because Kentucky was not good. They're not good. I mean, look what South Carolina beat the hell out of them last year. It wasn't even kind of close ever.
Right. And don't get me wrong, like,
and I'm not saying anything bad about South Carolina. I'm just saying Kentucky is not that good.
Right. I agree. But it's just certain teams, and that's what I guess we was trying to say in some shows, about being in the SEC. It's just certain teams plays, styles make fights, right? We always say that.
They do.
Kentucky, Missouri, and South Carolina no matter how good or bad they are, they just play us tough as hell.
Yeah. I agree. Arkansas struggled with UAB pretty much, right? And then
yeah, we hear you, Coach.
I'm not at home yet. My bad, Jason.
No, you good? No, sorry. I was looking at another page. I didn't even see you pop in. My bad.
Okay, no, that's my bad. I'm still not home yet. I stopped.
Yeah, Arkansas about took it on the head today to UAB.
Dude, I took Arkansas in the points. What the flip? But before we get into that, so I didn't get to see the OU game, Jason. Somebody commented on a live stream that I had yesterday and was mad about, I don't know, y'all running from the shotgun or something like that. What was that about? I'm like, y'all won by like 19, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and honestly, they let them back in the game and they didn't have to. You know what I mean? But I think that we saw some things from Jackson today that I was happier about. They definitely need to run better. I think that if they're going to run better, they need to put Taylor Tatum in the damn football game. Period. I don't care about his pass protection. Put him in the game. He's different than the rest of those cats. Period. No two ways around it.
Right. Hey, we survived one look like. I didn't get to see all of it, but we was on the road. But we survived by the skin of our freaking teeth. Oh my goodness, man! So I'm pretty sure y'all might have already talked about it, but man, I was trying to listen to it while I was driving. It wasn't good. I can't wait to watch it. See what this terrible. I don't know. Kentucky definitely got up there.
Mark Stoops decided this week he wanted to keep his job.
Well, I said last week, I asked that. I didn't know if it was the case or not. If they overlooked South Carolina looking ahead to Georgia. I think South Carolina wins anyway, but maybe that was some of the case. I don't know, but we're better than Kentucky, so it shouldn't have been this close. Mike Bogo, hey, listen, I've been apologizing for Mike Bogo for a decade now. You got to stop starting slow, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but hey, you know what? Into the night, me and Thad said it a couple times. Into the night, after the game's over with now, either you got to win or a loss. So at least you got to win.
True, and we got an off week to fix some stuff. Looks like Tennessee. Oh, you got a game day next week.
It's gonna be a ball game.
Like I said, I'm like that player. We going to interview after I need. So I don't care, man. Like we just talking about like if you that number in the team, like this you supposed to not in the beat up all that. I know it's a conference that
I can't hear what you said. Were you talking to me?
Oh, I'm talking about the Georgia versus Kentucky game. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. We didn't hear you.
Oh yeah, I was just saying, like I said earlier, I was responding to what Coach said. I almost need to get off this call because I'm like that player who who have to go do an interview right after the loss, and it's like I need time to decompress because to his point, what I was saying is I know it's a conference game. I know we on the road, But team like this, you supposed to beat, and you supposed to beat them badly. When you come out and have this performance, this what gives people the ammunition to say what they want to say, which people do that anyway. But this is proof that maybe you're not who we thought you were, and that's okay too.
Yeah. Nah, that's very true. Oh shoot, you wants to let you run so you can go decompress?
No, I'm good. I mean, I'm at home. I'm just, hey, bro, I'm just, hey, look what you watch the same thing I just watched.
Yeah.
Yeah, this numbnuts doing in here talking. You realize they struggled to beat Arkansas State today. Michigan did. Y'all ain't that damn good, bro. You haven't played nobody yet. You didn't play nobody today. You're not gonna play nobody next week or the week after that. Your first game is OU.
Who we talking about? Who is numbnuts?
Texas. He's a Texas clown. College football numbnuts is what we call him. You're full of crap, bro. You're full of crap, dude. I'll stand by everything I say about Texas. Whenever y'all do something that matters, let me know because you hadn't done it yet.
So who Texas has next week? When is their first conference game?
It'll be 2 weeks from now. So they play next week. They play Louisiana Monroe. They've played Colorado State, a crash Michigan team that struggled to beat. They only won by 10 over Arkansas State today at home. And then they play Louisiana Monroe next week, and then they open the SEC season with Mississippi State, who lost to who was it? Toledo today.
Yeah, bad.
They're not going to play nobody till they get to Oklahoma, and then Georgia the week after. You guys are clowns, straight up.
Jason, are you gonna try to go to Norman next week to be there for game day?
I should. I think I may be there, but it kind of depends on what's going to happen with the if we're going to go to the Auburn game or not. But I actually would rather go to Tennessee, to be honest with you. The Tennessee game. It's going to be a great game, man. It's going to be a great game. Those tickets are pricey, though. Those tickets are real pricey.
Well, I'm sure, and it's probably only going to go up with game day being there.
Yeah, you're going to have a top, possibly number one team, man, with top 15 team.
7. They were 7 this week. They won easy, so they should be in the top 5, probably more than likely.
Okay,
maybe. I mean, we'll see. We'll see if they move up, but they're for sure a top 10 team, and Oklahoma's in the top 15. Yeah,
right.
What you think about them onside kicking in the first quarter up 35-0? I mean, they did recover it. So.
This what Tennessee did that today?
Yeah, against Kent, up 35-0 in the first quarter against Kent State, and onside kicked it and recovered it.
I mean, it's not their job to pull off the gas. It's your job to stop them, I guess. But it seems a little Bush League to me, to be honest with you. But make sure you put up that 70. Hey, look, man, if you're Tennessee and you ain't won so much, I mean, it's been so long since they've done anything. Oh, dude, I just lost my camera. It's been so long since they've done anything. It is what it is. Man, I think that's my cue to get out of here.
Oh, real quick before you jump off, Jason, you got your Saturday night snap count ticket you want to give out to somebody this week?
Yeah, absolutely. I will give it out to R. Mason Thomas for Oklahoma, defensive end. He might be the second straight Sooner to be defensive lineman of the week. Had 3 monster plays in that critical fourth quarter time when they, still trying to hang on to that lead. He had back-to-back sacks and broke up a pass too. So big-time play. They've been really waiting on him to kind of come around and stay healthy. He looks like he might be the best pass rusher on that Oklahoma team, and that's saying something. So I'll give it out. I'll give it out my my tailgate ticket to him.
All right,
R. Mason Thomas.
Appreciate you jumping in tonight, man. Have a good night.
Appreciate you guys too, man. I'll talk to you guys later. Horns down. Hey, thanks for having me on, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're not already a subscriber to this channel, to the Fan Addict channel, and get over there to Shotty's as well. Just my damn opinion. He's got a lot of shows he's on, so make sure you guys are all checking it out. It's great entertainment. Thanks, guys, for having me. I appreciate it.
Be safe.
Jason,
all right, bro.
What about you, Shawty? You got a tailgate ticket you want to give out to somebody this week?
You know what, Stat Guy, man, it's tough, man. I was on vacation this week. I literally just got back in town from Vegas last night. Then we had the live show at Creature Comfort. Shout out to Creature Comfort for holding Respect the Hedges live. So we've been there all day, man. That's why you haven't seen me on camera. I literally was leaving Creature Comfort just to get on this call with you. But I really didn't get a chance to check out a lot of football today, so that's my fault, man. And I apologize to the fans for not being up on my college football today, but it has been a long week. All I can say, man, just shout out to UGA, man, for getting the victory, man. Like somebody said, we came out unscathed in the comments, man, and we're gonna keep trucking.
Yeah, I will. If y'all didn't get a chance to see it live, y'all go to at Respect the Hedges on YouTube. The Respect the Hedges crew was live from Creature Comfort Brewery today. Man, it looked like y'all were having a blast before the game started. The crowd was into it. It looked like they were enjoying y'all being there.
Yes, we had a great time, man. Shout out to Creature Comfort again, man. And I think we'll be there for all away games for the UGA crowd, man.
Okay, dope. Well, for my tailgate ticket, it's a special one. Maurice Brown II, sophomore linebacker from South Carolina. Tuesday afternoon before practice, he found out that he was getting put on scholarship. As he do to thank the UCOs and blocks the punt today. So shout out to from the University of South Carolina, sophomore linebacker. You get my tailgate ticket. Some free education. And before we get out of here, everybody make sure y'all jump on with me Monday morning at 10 a.m. I'm premiering with a new show. It's going to be called The Stat Line, college football numbers and stats. I got some interesting stuff planned from y'all. It's going to be the best and worst stats of the weekend from college football. Might see some UGA stuff. I can promise you're going to see some South Carolina stuff on the ugly, but it'll be just a good time of breaking down the good, bad, and ugly number-wise from college football this weekend.
Hey, Stat, I know you see us on. I know you're gonna see us on there because I think one stat I can tell you, this the lowest amount of yardage we've had in the first halves, I think, since 2009. The lowest yardage output.
Yeah, I know it's down there. I gotta go and I'm gonna do my homework tomorrow and find out exactly the last time this was as few yards as y'all had in the first half. But I'm through like 2013 right now, and I know it's the lowest since 2013. So
it's 2009.
2009. Okay, what y'all finished with like 65 or 67, something like that in the first half?
I don't remember this. I think it was 67.
Okay, yeah, it was ugly. I know that it was ugly.
Yeah. So
but,
yeah,
hey,
I'm looking forward to that show, man. I want to see what you got, man. I know you're gonna bring the best because you are the numbers and the stat guy. We call you that for a reason.
Oh yeah, bro. I got some stuff up my sleeve. There's some stuff I already knew about that I was looking forward to doing. Some stuff happened today that I can't wait to share with y'all. But I just enjoy fun stories like that, man. It's just a different way to look at the game, to be able to look at it through a number thing and then look at kind of the same thing with Washington State getting their third win against Washington since 2000. Like
Right.
crazy stuff like that. I just enjoy when weird stuff happens. Well, hey everybody, we appreciate y'all jumping on with us tonight, man. For Coach who's on his way back from Athens, from Shotty Parker, and of course me, the stat guy, we appreciate y'all. And until next time, peace. We out of here.